Welcome back, boys and girls, to another Reddit reaction. As I always say, my favourite and least favourite videos to make here every month. We are back on r/Battlefield2042. I've had a quick look at r/Battlefield and I've realised that not a lot of the stuff on that subreddit is actually relevant stuff. It's mostly, a lot of it is all just the same stuff. If I do it 1 month, the next month it's kind of the same stuff. It's just like funny clips and all that kind of thing. And because we have just got the update, I thought I'd go back to r/Battlefield2042. It's a little bit more toxic on this one, to be honest, but it's also a lot more relevant conversation. So we are going to get stuck into it. Before I do get stuck into it, I've got to give a big shout out to my partners at Glitch Energy. They have actually just released their brand new formula. Or to be honest, it's been out for like a month now, but I just only finally got my hands on it because everything always takes so long to get shipped from America to Australia. I've been drinking this for the last probably nearly a week now, and you can tell it is a much improved formula than the previous formula, which already for me personally was the best formula out there. I've tried a lot of these energy drinks over the last, I don't know, 3 to 4 years now, and Glitch already, was the best in terms of the taste, as well as just the effects that it gives you with like good energy kick without having crashes and stuff like that. And like I said, this new formula seems to work even better. So big shout out to Glitch. If you guys want to head to glitchenergy.com, you can get some for yourself. They launched the new formula with 7 new flavors, and they've actually just launched 2 more flavors as well. And if you use code SAMMY at the checkout, you guys can get 20% off your order. But with that being said, let's set this to top post, of this month. Let's see what we got cooking. When you were supposed to be the COD killer, but you killed your own franchise instead. That's funny. I've seen this this discussion obviously this week. In fact, as I'm recording this, it's still about a week before. But the day this goes up, the next day, Modern Warfare 2 launches. So I've seen this topic pop up quite a bit. They'll, is COD going to kill Battlefield? Is Battlefield going to kill COD? It always happens every time one launches. And I've seen it quite a bit this week. I do like these memes though, where it's like taking the piss out of Battlefield a little bit. That it's not actually COD who killed Battlefield, it was Battlefield itself. So not bad there for that meme. Literally every object they use to promote the event, and this is talking about the Liquidators event, must be bought. Total amount of the earnable in-game currency in Season 2 is 1,300 coins. You literally must spend real money to get those things. They treat this game like it's free to play, but we had to buy it for $60 to $120. Unbelievable. I do agree the way they handled that event was very odd. I didn't actually have an issue with them selling the skins. It was more just that they kind of gassed it up as if it was like, here's all these skins you can get, and obviously some of them were meant to be unlockable, and they were, but it was just like 1 weapon skin and a Dozer skin. So I'm kind of like on the fence on this one. I'm fine with the way they did it, but I think the way they marketed it beforehand was a little bit odd, and so I partly see the frustration from the player base, and I also partly just think like it's skins. Like, we obviously have to buy skins in every game we ever play. I don't really see the issue too much with it, but I also I see why people are very confused about it too. I love Jack, but I'm getting sick of these kind of videos. It's Jack Frags, I'm assuming. Yep. This kind of post is exactly why I think Reddit is just so shit of a website, if I'm honest. And secondly, it's kind of just proof that people will quite literally complain about anything. Like, I'd understand it if it was like a full-on clickbait YouTuber, like who every video there's just massive clickbait titles. Jack Frags, for me personally, as just a fan, but also I'm a creator too, so I do pay attention a lot to the industry. He's like the most chilled out, non-clickbaity, non-scummy YouTuber I think I could actually name on the whole platform. I'm not even joking. He literally just makes 10 to 15 minute videos of him having fun playing the game with, like, to me personally, they're pretty like boring titles, and I mean that in a good way. He's not like trying to clickbait people. At least that's the way I see it. Clearly a lot of people disagree, but this is kind of what I mean when I say I don't really bother going on Reddit most of the time, because half of it is just shit like this, where they're having to go at him being repetitive. He uploads like daily content on Battlefield for the last decade. Like, of course you're going to be repetitive. My channel's repetitive and I upload like 2 to 3 videos a week. Like, that's just how YouTube is. If it was, like I said, if it was someone who was like super clickbaity and like telling fake news to get views and stuff, I'm all for complaining about that. I've done that myself, and when I say done that myself, I mean complained about it. I don't do clickbaity shit. But when it's just someone like Jack Frags of all people, that's the one that's like, what? How can people complain about someone like Jack? He's the most like non-scummy YouTuber that I think I could name, and people still complain. So it's kind of like you're just never gonna win, unfortunately. So I'm all for it. I think Jack deserves all the success he's getting, to be honest. And I hope he keeps doing it, because yeah, if he's making bank doing like that's the goal, to just be able to do the content he does. It's pretty chilled out content. He's not putting in like, I don't know, 100 hours a week, just absolutely flat out work, and he just makes fun content and people enjoy it, and that's why they keep going back. So yeah, this is very much a Reddit post. That is how I would describe this post. Move on, I'm not holding you back. You don't have to play the game and harass other people because they like it. You can move on if you want to. Some hardcore Battlefield fan. That's a very great summary of that's very much how I feel. I think the early criticism of the game is absolutely fair enough, because like I'm not disagreeing with the way the game was. It sucked at launch, and it's gotten a lot better, but it's still not perfect by any means. The part that mostly annoys me about like when there's constant negativity is like the game's nearly been out a year now. Like, why are those people still 1 year later going on about it? Like, just go do some other shit, man. Wait till the next game comes out. And if that one sucks, then at launch, obviously criticism's very valid when you're first stating all your issues and stuff. But then a year later, if you're still doing it, you probably need to find a hobby or a girlfriend or some shit, because like that's a long time to just constantly be whinging about the game. So I think, and again, there's a difference between whinging and like just critiquing something. If something isn't good, you're allowed to say it's not good. It's more the issue with the people that just every single day they say it's not good. Like, if you're just saying that every day, there are actually a few other games that exist on this planet that you can play as well. So I massively agree with this post. Something about karma. What is this gonna be? It's gonna fall on, oh, it's gonna fall on the sniper, is it? Oh, what? That is not karma. Oh, okay. That's, holy shit, that's actually pretty good. I thought it was going to kill the sniper that he was, like, I wonder if that person actually, they're sitting on that hill. That actually could have hit that person too. That's a pretty unlikely chance of this happening. Like, that's elite. Oh, that dude will be... This guy recording that clip must have been absolutely losing it. Frostbite exclusively next gen for the first time. Need for Speed Unbound and Dead Space Remake will be the first time we see the Frostbite engine built exclusively for next gen. Should have started with Battlefield 2042. I do... Oh, look, I can't really agree with that, just because no one could get... I only just got a PS5 and I've been trying since day one. So I do agree it would have been good to see Battlefield just next gen, because it would have held the game back a lot less than it did. But also, like, I know so many people that just haven't been able to get a next gen console, that like, even if Battlefield 2042 had been the best game of all time, like, so many people couldn't play it because of that. So kind of like, I agree with the reasoning behind it, but I don't agree with that statement. But this is exciting. Dead Space, I love that game, the originals, and now that I know this, I might actually buy that and see like how it plays. Obviously it's not, if that plays really well, it doesn't mean the next Battlefield's gonna, but it will be interesting to see, yeah, how the next sort of iteration of Frostbite can evolve from just being, you know, next gen only. Because I do think this engine that we're currently playing 2042 on, it does feel better than previous engines. It's just that the game around it has sucked for most of its lifespan. But I feel like the engine, like, there's a lot of good stuff they've done. Even just the ability to, like, when Dozer's shield was broken at the start, they just vaulted it. They never used to be able to do stuff like that. They'd have to do like a full-on patch to essentially remove that, and then they'd have to fix it on there, and then they'd have to do another patch to remove, to put it back in. So they've done a lot of good things, and it will be interesting to see, yeah, how these games play when they're just on one generation, because this game has launched on Xbox One, PS4, PS5, Xbox Series S, Xbox Series X and PC, so 6 platforms, and I'd imagine that would be very hard to try and balance all of them, whereas if it just launched on PC, PS5 and Series X, for example, even if you couldn't play it on the Series S or something, that would be very interesting to see. So I will be keeping an eye on that for sure. But I think that is going to do it for this episode of the Reddit reaction series. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like down below. If you're new to the channel, then hit that subscribe button, and if you guys want to support the content that I make here on YouTube, then consider becoming a channel member. But with that being said, thank you all very much for watching. You guys have a great day, and I'll see you all out there on the battlefield.